part of the final stop on the whirlwind, 12-day tour of Asia that included warm receptions by the gracious hosts of Japan, South Korea, China, and Vietnam, according to Fox News. Unsurprisingly, the devoutly anti-Trump mainstream media has chosen to nitpick any and everything they can find wrong with his trip, from allegedly overfeeding fish in a koi pond in Japan to supposedly being played by Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of an economic summit, and of course, Trump's tweets. But anyone who paid attention to the various events Trump participated in along his journey know that the trip actually went exceedingly well, as he was given honor respect at every stop and delivered powerful speeches that laid out his vision for U.S. Indo-Pacific relations going forward. Unlike the media, which has downplayed and dismissed the trip, it appears the American people realized how much of a success it really was. The president's approval rating has trended upward over the duration of his being overseas, according to the Rasmussen Daily Presidential Tracking Poll. The latest update of that poll showed that 46% of likely voters approved of the job Trump has done so far, as opposed to 53% who disapprove. Looking deeper, some 30% of likely voters strongly approve of Trump and 44% strongly disapprove. By comparison, just 5 days ago, November 8, those strong numbers were 26% approve and 49% disapprove, respectively, meaning Trump is moving in the right direction. More broadly, factoring in all of the major polls, the Real Clear Politics average placed Trump's job approval for the week that ended November 11 at 38.8%, with 56.3% registering their disapproval. But even that compilation of polls, many of which are stacked against the president, showed an upward trend over the final leg of Trump's Asia trip, as the average rating on November 8 was 38.2% approve to 56.8% disapprove. Aside from the incredibly friendly and respectful reception Trump received from his hosts at each stop along the trip, one reason Trump's approval ratings have turned upward may be the plethora of business deals he helped forge and finalize along the way. At each point along the trip, Trump emphasized his outlook on trade going forward, and it was decidedly America first, with a focus on fair and reciprocal bilateral trade between the U.S. and our many allies and friends in the region, not multilateral agreements unfairly stacked against the U.S. Coinciding with that were at least 37 major business deals totaling more than $250 billion linked by an accompanying delegation of American business leaders in China alone, according to CNBC. American businesses are the most innovative in the world and, when given access, can compete with anyone, stated Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, who has been by Trump's side throughout the trip. I believe these deals can provide a solid foundation for a stronger relationship that is more free, fair, and reciprocal between the U.S. and China. To be sure, more deals were likely signed in the other nations Trump stopped in, although details on those agreements have yet to be released. Those business deals, and many others to follow, no doubt, will pump hundreds of billions of dollars into the U.S. economy, work to lessen the trade imbalance between the U.S. and China, among others, and help create an untold number of jobs for American workers over the coming years. Without the use of a magic wand, a la a dismissive former President Barack Obama, Trump has helped unleash our nation's economy through a combination of good faith negotiations and economic pressure, and if the polls tell us anything, the people are taking notice of that fact. Please share this on Facebook and Twitter so everyone can see that President Trump's approval numbers are improving as he reaches the end of his successful trip around Asia. What do you think of the job Trump has done for America while on his trip to Asia? Scroll down to comment below.